Pick a card. Who's haunted by you and why? Here are your options, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pal number one. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. I'd like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here, even if you're just stopping through, but especially those that are interacting, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that fun stuff. I really appreciate your support, your comments, and your insight. Thank you so much. Pile number one, you chose this image on the right-hand side of the screen. Who's haunted by you and why? So today we're going to be using a couple of different decks. I'll be using the Haunted House, A Journey of a Lonely Soul, and the Wisdom of the House of Night. So, pile number one, who is haunted by you and why? The downloads on the image that you chose, the coffee ghost I call it, is that this person was in and out, or you could have been in and out of their life. It was quick encounters. Everything was in passing. It was kind of casual. There was not a lot of time spent, I'm going to say. Maybe you shared a coffee or a couple of coffees, or this was like a standing coffee date, and then you guys went about your business. I also feel like this was magical, and this person regrets that you didn't give it more time, okay? So we're going to go ahead and find out who's haunted by you and why. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Pile number one, who's haunted by you and why? We're going to go ahead and look at the who first. Twilight Nocturne. This could be somebody who is up late into the night, a night owl. We're reading these as oracle cards, by the way. Mystified Innuendo. Yeah, this person could have done a lot of double speak, a lot of double talk. This person could like the woods, be in the woods, or not see the forest for the woods. Also, they could have been a little bit gun shy, or they could see you as a little bit gun shy. So you're here 1 minute and gone the next, much like a bunny rabbit. This person with Twilight Debutante. Did I say that right? Probably not. I feel like, yeah, something about Twilight. They could be a little bit like dark aesthetics. They could be a little bit vampire-esque. Of course, I get the nocturnal vibe with this. They could be into, I'm getting somebody who writes lyrics, songs, poetry, that kind of a thing. A little bit more in their feels. Maybe they could wear red and black. Yeah, they seem a little, I don't want to say I'm a little dark because these are dark cards, right? Covenant of Regrets. Yeah, they regret being kind of double-minded, of maybe playing a little game with you. Maybe seeing if you're the one who's going to approach them or stay longer, or when you did have your encounters, if you're going to initiate or if you're going to give them clear signs, hey, I'd like to spend more time with you, that sort of a thing. With the birds right up here, I feel like maybe they perhaps regret listening to other people, more their own intuition about how they felt about you. That's one thing. I feel like this person did not make it clear. Actually, I'm going to pick this card up one more time. With this face right here, I heard on camera, so maybe they are like a model, or they like to post for a lot of pictures. But I do feel like they were very dualistic. They were a little bit hot and cold, a little bit like, oh yeah, very casual. But that was how they appeared and how they came across. That's not really the reality of things. I feel like they tried to follow your lead, or they tried to lead you in a way to make you more engaged than you were. And when maybe perhaps you felt like, oh, they were ready to go, you didn't react the way that this person thought that you would. You know, like if they were too busy for you, you're like, oh, well, I wish you'd make more time for me. You weren't begging for any time, whether this was a friend or a potential lover. It doesn't make a difference. I feel like this person played a little bit of a cat and mouse and they lost, okay? Return to abundant shores. Yeah, I feel like this person maybe was looking after their own wallet, their own abundance, and they always had the escape route planned to begin with. So if you would have come towards them even more or dedicated more time to them, I feel like they would have pulled away. Once again, game playing, and I'm looking at this thing right here. I do feel like there is an element of like entrapment or looking at you with one eye. Could be a little bit of the evil eye as well. I feel like this person could have studied you at length, by the way. And I'm looking at these. Are these like apples? It looks like they want you to eat the poisoned fruit. I didn't feel like this person had the best intentions with you. Oh, is that an apple in her hand? No, part of the dress. Okay. Yeah, but it's almost like you never knew where they were coming from. And so you were just content to really just sip some coffee or keep it casual, keep it moving. You never really knew that this person had any lingering interest, whether it was they wanted a better friendship with you or they wanted to be like main character in your story, I feel. Yeah, so diving towards the heavens. And I feel like this person, they didn't really know what was up or what was down. I feel like they were very confused, not with just themselves, but their own motives. I feel like this person is used to playing games, very dualistic, and they really didn't even understand like what they were playing with. I feel like that divider. Have you ever been diving in the ocean or get swept by a really strong wave and then you eat sand? And then you start like trying to swim up and you're not really sure which way is up and which way is down. I feel like that's what this person has done. With you, you had a different vibration entirely, and they didn't really know. They crossed a line, and they didn't really know which was up and which was down. And I feel like you served as a reflector, because as you swim closer to the shoreline, sometimes you can see your own reflection, or it just looks so different. And I'm going to say, pile number one, that this person just really felt like they were in their emotions. And now they feel double that. They feel like they can't let go. They realize that you were a good thing, whether a great friend, diving toward the heavens, almost like you have answers to a lot of things that they were questioning or that they were seeking, but didn't even know that they were seeking, okay? Pile number one, you have summon. They want to summon you. Yeah, I feel like everything that you touch is magic. I'm hearing that song, Everything That She Touches is Magic. I think there's a song like that. And then complicated. Yeah, this person made things more complex than it needed to be. I feel like it was just a vibe of immaturity, a vibe of let me chase after the shiny, and so on and so forth. And it just wasn't really beneficial to a long-lasting friendship, much less a relationship. So if this describes somebody that you know, pile number one. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn how to talk. Pile number one, then, this message is for you. Okay. So who is haunted by you and why? I'd like to know a little bit more about the why, please. Who's haunted by pile number one and why? Why are they haunted by you? They could live in the bayou. Okay, because you really lent a lot of healing, and I feel like you have a lot of answers to how they heal. All of a sudden, these things to me look like anatomy. They look like my anatomy tarot deck, and I almost pulled them out, but I've been flagged for my cards before, so I have to be careful, I guess, what I present here as well. I do feel like this person is kind of looking back at a hurt and shame, actually. And what they were drawn to was your light initially, the ability for you to make them feel comfortable. This angel is thoroughly comfortable. I feel like this angel also is very healing and very poised and self-contained. And I feel like something about this person wanted, it was almost like they wanted an exorcism. They wanted you to be that person to get the bad out of them in some ways. And in other ways, they wanted to retain that. And what I'm talking about, quote, bad, is the dualistic nature, the lying to self, the inability to look in the mirror, especially with the swimming up and so on and so forth. They wanted you to deposit time and energy into this, and they wanted you to be a sure thing, but they themselves were in and out. They wanted to take that healing, and then they wanted to do whatever. They wanted to play with that energy. I feel like pile number one, they wanted to kind of control your brand of magic, if that resonates with you. And maybe you watched one of my videos that was literally called Your Brand of Magic. Pile number one, I feel like they played games with manipulation. They try to be the master of, all of the time wearing a mask and not really showing themselves for who they are. And yet I see a couple of stab wounds right here. I do feel like they shot themselves in the foot and really hurt themselves because of this game playing and rejection of you. In other words, pile number one, I have the 8 of Swords right here. So yeah, this person was definitely in their mind over you. I feel like right now they can't dislodge you from their mind. I feel like intuitively they know. Excuse me. And they're trying to get even closer. They're trying to gain more knowledge as to like what you mean to them, because he can't shake you. This could be years. This could be like 8 years or 8 weeks or 8 months. I don't know, something about the 8. But also I feel like pile number one, they feel very much like you were a key to their abundance and their health line, their spiritual health specifically, okay? So let's get a little bit more here. Who is haunted by you and why? 6 of Swords. This is somebody that you moved away from. This is somebody that you dodged a bullet with. This is somebody that maybe brought chaos or attempted to bring chaos. Look at that beautiful rain bouncing off and just coming back as big old droplets. I think that is so cool. But I feel like in real life, it was not cool. I feel like maybe things ricocheted whenever you were around them. There was a lot of drama, a lot of innuendos, a lot of implications, a lot of game playing, mask wearing, and so on and so forth. And you thought, you know, that's just not for me. I'm going to keep it pushing. So, yeah. Here we go. This is the why as well, is because you, after all this time, after all this chaos, and you moved on to calmer waters, pile number one, I feel like they still keep an ear open for you. Maybe they have the ability to listen to you, or they listen about you, or they ask friends and family about you, friends and foes I hear as well. But they're, make no mistake, they are deep in the water right here. But I feel like this speaks to your grace, your resilience, your connection to the other side. Also with this big old tree twisted in the back, this could be someone in your family tree, but this could also be someone who had hopes or a desire to, I guess, create a family with you, like a family tree. This could be somebody who thought that maybe they might have wanted more with you, like to have children with you and so on and so forth. But I feel like this person pokes their head up every now and then to listen to you. And they have the ability, like you're giving them the cold shoulder, they have the ability to listen to you, to hear, and also to see what it is that you're really invested in. I feel like you are somebody who is incredibly close to spirit and close to healing and peace. You could be my healers, my light workers, right? And I feel like they have the ability to see these things. Who is haunted by you and why? Pile number one. Who is this? The 9 of Wands right here. Somebody was always on the defensive with you. This could be somebody who had a recent birthday, holiday. Maybe they celebrated something recently. I see all of the candles right here. And these readings are timeless, pile number one. So whenever is now would be now to you, not now to when this was filmed. Pile number one. I feel like definitely they see you moving gracefully because of the image that you chose, the ghost. But they can't get you out of their heart, I'm hearing, nor their head. Look, what I tell you, I told you. It's almost like they're waving goodbye to the good times, to the promise, to the rainbow. The promise at the other end of the rainbow, right? This could be somebody who you thought was your twin, somebody you thought you would marry. Some of you guys, not all of you, we're reading for the masses optimistically. We are really focused on general readings right here. But I'm going to say that, you know, some of you guys, a few, could have been married to this person or really committed to this person. And your final card, I'm going to, didn't pull this on camera, but check this out. How that is not the coolest card in the entire deck, okay? So I feel like, yeah, this person, oh my gosh, This person definitely feels like they twin with you. They feel like they are your twin. I'm hearing relative. They feel like they mirror you in a lot of ways, but it's really hard to believe that when their energy is so in and out, hot and cold, and so much of a game playing. I feel like this person wants to summon you at will, almost like they have power over you. They want control over you, that sort of thing. They also want the red carpet rolled out for them. And I feel like you're just really maintaining your dignity, maintaining your mental, spiritual, emotional health, especially spiritual health right here with whatever is growing in your life currently. I feel like they are privy to it. They have some knowledge about it anyways. And I also feel like that is what you are embracing, is those who embrace you, you embrace back. No game playing and no shame in that game either. I definitely feel like you're just in tune with your emotions, and this is evident by all that you do as well. And also that the sun is shining upon you. You could have a spotlight in the public arena as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but for some of you guys, this is definitely true. That's what I have for you. Pile number 1, if you're liking this kind of reading, do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 2. My name is Grisel with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 2, you chose this image on the right-hand side of the screen. Who's haunted by you and why? You chose what I would like to call the blushing ghost. So before we get started, pile number 2, these are the cards that I'm using. Journey of a Lonely Soul, the Haunted House Tarot, and Wisdom of the House of Night. So we're going to go ahead and use these cards. Who is haunted by you and why? Pile number 2, with the blushing ghost, I got somebody that is embarrassed, somebody who's doe-eyed for you, somebody who's actually in their feels. Maybe they approached you once and they got embarrassed by whatever reason. Maybe we'll find out during your reading. And somebody who is definitely an admirer. I feel like this person is still looking at you with little baby doe eyes. So they are definitely intrigued, interested, hooked, I would say. And this person is haunted by you. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull cards. I'll do the shuffle and I'll see you in a bit. Pile number 2, who's haunted by you and why? Let's find out whom first, please. Floating in the storm. Look at all this red. This is passion. Floating in the storm. Also, I feel like you maybe rocked their stability as well. Cathedral in the woods. Okay. Maybe communing with nature. This person could like to hike. They could like to commune with nature. They could be like a save the trees kind of a person. Maybe even a forester. Who knows? Dreamtime Odyssey. This person is definitely dreaming about you, thinking about you. This person could really be having... They could have their head a little bit in la la land. Like sometimes you can catch them just gazing into nothing because they're in their head. Return to abundant shores as well. This person is looking for an escape route, not unlike pile number 1, if you feel led. But I feel also like this person could also look for a safe way to come towards you, like a safe passage. Stirrings of a welcome wind. Yeah, I feel like this person is waiting for like the go-ahead, the green light, the hey, remember me sort of a thing. I'm getting hi stranger, those kind of attacks. Hey, how's it going? But I definitely feel like this person wants a clear, I don't know, some reason it tells me that they want a clear message or a clear green light. They don't want to be embarrassed again. Portrait of a seeker. And this person is definitely seeking. I feel like they're seeking you. They're trying to listen to their intuition. Also, they're trying to hear anything that has to do with you. Something very old-timey about this. Something about, I don't want to say like notch on the wall or notch on the bed. Is that how it used to go? So maybe you felt like this person wanted you as a notch on their belt. I think that's what it is. I'm all making stuff up over here. But I swear there was something about notch on the bed too. Anyways, maybe perhaps, because this is feeling romantic to me. Who is haunted by you and why? And it definitely feels like a lot of passion. But for whatever reason, I feel like they got embarrassed by maybe a move they made that wasn't the smartest. Let's find out a little bit more here. Playful. Yeah. So maybe perhaps this person was playing with you and you took it wrong or something happened. And it didn't go very well. The number 44, I feel like that is like balance, you know. Oh, look at the squirrel. I'm all squirrel, literally squirrel. Hi, squirrel. And maybe perhaps this person wanted to be playful, but they really kind of took it down a lane that you thought it wasn't playful at all. An example I can give you, actually, a real life example, was one time when someone gave me a hug and then patted my butt, like in front of other people especially. And I did not appreciate that, and I let them know. So I think that this person could have gotten embarrassed. But yeah, you would think you'd talk about things after that. But anyways, it just didn't go well with me. It didn't sit well with me at all. And maybe something like that happened to you, okay? Oh, there's 2 here. So yeah, self-worth. Yeah, I feel like maybe perhaps you, during their playtime, they could have done something quite innocent or by accident by their terms, but maybe it definitely crossed a line with you, or it just didn't feel respectful. And I'm being told that you have more self-worth. Why? Because the card told me, right? But I feel like this person definitely, with the 2 hearts right here, definitely has feelings for you. I feel like the eye is being addressed as well. So I feel like they are pretending not to look when they're actually looking. They're trying to get a read on you. They're trying to get like a green light, stirrings of a welcome wind. Maybe even perhaps they're trying to allow enough time, passage of time, in order for them to circle back. Yeah, honesty. And I feel like that's what's warranted. If this person has any inclination to come towards you, that I feel like you would appreciate honesty more than anything, just to be forthright and upfront. And it's not that big of a deal. It could be easily overcome. But maybe I just saw the number 444. That could have special meaning to you. But I feel like maybe this person is prideful or not used to the reaction that you maybe gave them. And therefore, they don't know quite how to handle things. When the answer would be to handle it in a mature and adult way. Let's see a little bit more about this. Who is haunted by you and why? Conclusion. Yeah, they want like chapter 1 and then the end. It's almost like they missed the whole middle. It was like there was a beginning and then there was an end. And I feel like this person kind of wants to draw to a conclusion, or draw your story, what they feel like would be your story, to some conclusion, because they feel like the whole middle is not even there. It started and then it ended quite fast. It could have been even during the same date or the same moment or the same situation. So we're going to get a little bit more about this for you. Pile number 2. If you're liking these kind of readings, do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what type of readings you'd like to see, and maybe perhaps I'll do those as well. Thank you so much for being here. Pile number 2. Who's haunted by you and why? Let's look at the why, because I feel like we already got a little bit of that. Look at a number 4. So I feel like you definitely rock this person's stability. I feel like they were stable and kind of confident in themselves, and all of a sudden all this mist came forward and they're like, wait a minute, I don't know where I'm standing, and so on and so forth. This person could be wearing masks in front of you. Masks kind of like, I don't care, or it's not a big deal, but care they do. Pile number 2. With the 4 of Wands right here, I feel like they would like to build something with you, and they just kind of saw their opportunity go out the window, and I feel like they are embarrassed and they're kind of kicking themselves. Pile number 2, look, So this, I feel like, yeah, I feel like they want to bring healing to this. And this pool right here is a very still pool of water, a body of water. I feel like there's been no motion to really extend this cup of whether it's love or apology or something like that. But I feel like they want to like fly towards you. Maybe they live far away, or they want to come towards you and they want to offer like a cup of an apology or friendship or healing of some sort. Or just even say it was a misunderstanding and it was a dumb thing to do and sorry. I mean, that's not very difficult to do. If you're playing, you're playing. But if somebody gets hurt or offended, it's okay to address that as well. Yeah, right now, you're in a stalemate right now. I feel like if this is resonating, then you know exactly who this is. Pile number 2, if this is off the radar at all, feel free to click off and look at something else. Not a problem, because I definitely feel like right here, you're in a stalemate. You are not talking to this person at all. And if you are, you're not discussing the elephant in the room whatsoever. With this red binding over her eyes, I definitely feel like this alludes to the potential moment or the passion or the thing that transpired right here that really kind of shook somebody to the core. It kind of just shook that their self-esteem is what happened. It just kind of knocked them down a notch so that they know that they have to move with less suaveness, less practiced motions, less rehearsed demeanor, less I've done this before, and they have to move more with authenticity, more with genuine emotion, more with care, more with I'm thinking of you as well, and not just about myself and my reputation and so on and so forth. That's what I'm getting. That's what would help this whole scenario, by the way. So who is haunted by you and why? I would like to know, is this person going to make a move to rectify things or to dip their toe back in the water? So another 4 right here. This is, you know, resting and wrestling with the monsters. What's the worst thing that can happen? I feel like they're kind of looking at things and making a big deal out of something. But I do feel like, yeah, they definitely get out of this mode right here. And I feel like they will approach once again if this person has kind of disappeared or you're in a stalemate situation. I feel like they are going to come back and really try to talk it out. I feel like they're going to be on their best behavior as well. And this person kind of, with this magician right here, he's got all of the tools to be able to manifest whatever he wants. But I feel like he's coming with humility. This person is like a magician, but they almost look like a butler. Let me greet you. Welcome into my home. And this is the foyer. And this is whatever, right? So this person wants to kind of roll out the red carpet for you and show you like their most authentic self, but in a clean and polished way. I feel like, yeah, they have all of the tools, but they're not going to pull out those kind of stops. I feel like with the hand up, I feel like they're just going to be more authentic and a lot more humble. And that's going to be way more appealing to you. Yeah, I feel like whatever this moment was between you guys haunts them. Even when they're trying to sleep at night, even though they've tried to like move on and not even think about it, like kind of sweep it under the rug sort of a thing. Who is haunted by you and why? I feel like pile number 2, you are in your element. I feel like this is the Knight of Pentacles right here. And you're somebody who is busy creating. You could be really somebody who has a higher perspective on things. You could have a deep connection with owls, with birds in general. I feel like you're very mystical, right? Animals can come to you for little answers. I think that's super cute. You could be a little bit of like a flower child, or what do we call them? Am I like granola girl or tree hugger or nature crunchy mom? I think they call them. I don't know all the terms out here, you guys, but I'm just going to say that you are very in tune with nature and you could really believe in grounding. You're very grounded. I feel like you're very straightforward and you don't do a lot of like the whole pretense thing. But I also feel like you hold court in the privacy of your own world, that you really develop things with magic yourself. And that's the only thing that you deposit time, energy, and motion or emotion into it. And I feel like this person could be fascinated by what it is that you are creating as well. And maybe they are one of the ones that are trying to gain a better understanding of you. But there's a lot of emotion right here. And this canoe reminds me of this like escape route that this girl has as well, right? This canoe right here. Where this person, it's just like if things don't go their way, or if things don't follow the narrative that they're used to, because I feel like they're used to pulling people with their smooth moves and so on and so forth, they want to kind of run because they don't know how to be authentic and act from the heart alone anymore. It feels like this person could have been hurt, and therefore they cover up their authenticity with moves, emotions, and actions that really are a sure thing in order for them not to be further hurt, but in order for them to mask their emotions and really shield their heart as well. So pile number 2, what I have for you, these cards are so cool, is the 5 of Swords. And this is like, I'm going to win by any means. And I feel like what this is stating really is that this person could have been really hurt and needed to be consoled, but they're not really sharing that with anyone. This almost looks to me like a fish that has fallen right here. So they could be in their water element. They could have Pisces in their chart, not necessarily. But I also feel like that's part of the window to their soul, is that they have been hurt, and haven't we all? Pile number 2. Who's haunted by you and why? With a blushing ghost, please. A little bit more. Yeah, I definitely feel like this person will be reaching out. Look. And the reason why they're haunted by you is you're presenting as the Empress. I feel like you are well within your form. I feel like you are definitely... So I cross between the Empress, who is impregnated with ideas, with life, with vigor, with vitality, with mysticism, with magic, and also a cross between the High Priestess is she who knows. I feel like all of these things are part of you, and they are very, very drawn in by your light, very drawn in by you in general, and that you go with your intuition and your gut feelings, and that you don't do a lot of pretenses. Something about your feet, they could have like a foot fetish or something, but that is what I have for you. Pile number 2, much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi, Pile 3. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3, who's haunted by you and why? Sorry, I'm so aggressive now. I'm all yelling. Who is haunted by you and why? So we're going to find out in just a moment, but I'd also like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for participating, for being here, for checking it out, for all of your likes, shares, comments, all of that stuff. Thank you so much. So who is haunted by you and why? Pile number 3, you chose this lovely image on the right hand side of your screen, the lonely swinging ghost. So the downloads that I got are a little bit interesting. I got swinger. I mean, how could you not, out of all this image? A need for your glow to be seen, feels like main character, but needs your shine. I heard nobody... Oh, okay. Do you guys know that show on Netflix? I think it's called Nobody Wants This. It's about the girl who has a podcast, and she falls in love with the hot rabbi. Anyways, I can't laugh. My mouth hurts me. Oh, man. Okay, so think of the tall brother in that show. And I feel like that's the vibes that I'm getting. It's like super overconfident, but he always seems to have like a wingman or someone to make him elevate his game. Anyways, that's kind of what I was downloading. Pile number 1, let's go ahead and find out who is haunted by you and why. I'm going to shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you for being here once again. Let's find out who's haunted by you and why. The imposing impediment. They have a quandary here. Pile number 3. Mystified innuendo. Maybe there was some doublespeak. They really don't know what's going on. Covenant of regrets. They wish they would have done more. They wish it would have been clear. Similar to pile number 1. Ballroom echoes. I keep seeing 2 right here. Maybe there are too many people involved to begin with. Ballroom of echoes. Seems like bells here. Reflections of artifice. Yeah, this person could have had very dualistic personalities, multiple personalities, or shown you exactly what you wanted. Architect of the unseen. I feel like this has to do with a house or a home that they feel like they had in the palm of their hand. So this could have been someone that was hiding another life from you, another person from you, if this is romantic. Person could be very dualistic in nature. Let's find out a little bit more about who is haunted by you and why, because I feel like there was some game playing right here. I feel like they tried to lure you in, but all along it seemed like there were 2 choices here. Maybe they were trying to choose between you and some other. If this is ringing a bell, I feel like this person chose the other, and now they are completely conflicted and split. I feel like they are aware that maybe perhaps they made the wrong choice. I feel like, in fact, the person that they did choose, this definitely feels more romantic. If this was like a best friend situation, then I guess same, right? But pile number 3, what I have for thee is that I'm feeling like this person could have chosen someone who is more of their cloth, more of their character. And let me tell you, did they live to regret it? The answer would be absolutely. And that's why they're haunted by you, because on top of their own messes, their own personality, their own inability to make a decision and stick with one thing, their own desire to have their cake and eat it as well as pie and maybe mashed potatoes on top of it and make themselves ill, I feel like they have met their match. And that is partially why this person is haunted by you and regretting it. I feel like their house could be on the line. Their home could be on the line. And this could mean their stability with their partner could definitely be on the line. Maybe they're losing their home. And maybe that's why they're haunted by what I tell you, choices. This person kept you as an option. This person is very double-minded. They had like an angel and a devil on their shoulder. It's that quintessential cartoon, right? Which one do I listen to? And now I feel like they're trying to listen to the angel. And I'm not saying pile number 3, y'all are angels, because you probably wouldn't be on this channel anyways. But I'm going to say that you are definitely right with spirit. Yeah. Complicated. So they're feeling like the situation is very complicated, and that's why they're haunted by you. It's almost like they complicated their own life. They made choices. Now they have to live by those choices, and they feel like, well, it's complicated. How easy is it to say that? Yeah, they're searching for fulfillment. This gives me definitely Empress vibes right here. I feel like you are the fulfillment. And that's what they're thinking. But honestly, I feel like they can't. Would they be a fulfillment to you, I guess, is my question. Somebody who can't make up their mind, somebody who keeps options around, keeps a backup, has one foot in the door and the other one out the door already. Somebody who keeps you on ice, maybe. You never know where you quite stand with them. Would this be your idea of a good time? I think not. Pile number 3, I have the strength card right here. Whenever I see trees, I see like family trees, but almost like this tree is cracking. And I've read somewhere, and I've seen some things where they've actually had like fire in the middle of within a tree. I think that's kind of phenomenal. Probably when I was watching shows on people spontaneously combusting and so on and so forth. It's not funny though, by the way. But pile number 3, I'm just going to say that this tree is cracking. This family tree, this connection, this situationship is definitely cracking. It is imploding from the inside out. Now, we don't wish bad upon anyone, but it is nice to be able to see, you know, that this person who chose a different person, maybe they are swinging on that lonely swing by themselves. Even with the image of a swinger being here, maybe they belong to a polyamorous family or something like that, or they were trying to create one, or they would be better off in one because they don't know the meaning of fidelity. So pile number 3, I'm going to use a whole different deck for you. Don't tell the other 2 piles. I feel led to. This is Big Eyes Dream Tarot by Carmen Graff. You could find it on Etsy. Who is haunted by you and why? I'd like to know a little bit more information about why this person is haunted. Now, I'm seeing this mountain in this big blow up, okay? So there's a lot of tension in the house, whatever they consider their house. There could be a lot of fights, a lot of tug-of-warring. Somebody blew their top. But then I see this big cloud terrain on top of that. And now I'm seeing all these like big archaic like steps leading up to that mountain. And I feel like that's a mountain that they're going to have to climb. They're going to have to figure it out. And it is a long, winding road up. It's something that you could navigate if you're a hiker. If you know, you know. I'm definitely not a hiker. I don't pretend to be. I do have friends that try to kill me occasionally. So I could tell you a little bit about these hikes that are not for people like me. Pile number 3, this person's going to have to make it a hike for them because they have no choice now. This person is feeling alone. I'm even seeing a face in here, eyeball, nose and mouth. Yeah, that does come across because I could see it in the camera. Pile number 3. Look, 7 of Wands, even these appear to be like the stairs that I was talking about and the mountain that I was talking about as well. So I feel like this person is reaching peak illumination, whatever that means to you. I feel like they are starting to regain sovereignty over their own dominion, over their own flesh, meaning their desires. But the biggest thing that they have to conquer is their own mind in order to turn things around. Without this lesson, pile number 3, they will not be able to navigate life correctly or in a manner that they were designed to do. Right? We all have a mission here. They can't fulfill that mission unless they do it properly. 9 of Pentacles right here. I feel like if this person is partnered, was partnered, is married, and so on and so forth, I feel like that marriage is imploding or about to dissolve if it hasn't already. Again, we don't wish anyone's demise. We're just here for a sneak peek at what's going on. But this person is definitely haunted by you. Also, I feel like this is one of your strengths, is the ability to defend yourself and an ability to be on your own. Like you are not waiting for anyone. You're not waiting for a handout. You're not waiting for anyone to give you answers. Yeah, you can defend yourself. You can follow your own path. And they really greatly admire this, and they're haunted by that because after all said and done, you never left their mind. They made a choice. It's like they chose creme brulee, and it wound up being the weakest thing on the menu at that restaurant. And now they want a different flavor, but that flavor is gone. It's off the menu. Pile number 3, nobody puts baby in a corner. I feel like you have the wherewithal to defend yourself. Yeah, you have moved on. You have moved on with all of your dreams, and you're following your star. I also feel like it's not been like all clear skies and clear sailing by a long shot. But pile number 3, I feel like you have reached calm waters, that you are finally reaching a balance between like what you dream and wish for and what is here for you now. I feel like currently you're experiencing a windfall, and if you haven't just yet, I feel like it is coming for you. I feel like abundance is coming for you because you stayed true north, right? that you are following that one star in spite of maybe other people saying this is ridiculous or that's not how it's done, or you're not following the cookie cutter that society laid out for us, or you know, you didn't go to college like I told you, or you didn't take over the family business, or so on and so forth. I feel like regardless, people are starting to see and understand, and you're taking people under your wing as well in this lovely little boat, canoe, whatever this is. And I feel like you're starting to really enjoy the moves that you made, for lack of a better way of putting it. And I feel like this haunts this person as well. Look, you cannot make this up. While you're enjoying following your North Star, I feel like this person is crying. This person is in their feelings. They could physically be crying as well. Again, we don't wish ill upon anyone on this channel, but I feel like their back is between a rock and a hard place. They need to take a plunge, and they really don't know how to do it. But I feel like their star is calling them their own personal star, right? Not everything is relationships, but I feel like they're taking you as a template, you as an example, and revisiting the things and the choices that they've made. And there is a lot of sorrow, but I feel like there could be at last some healing here for that person as well. We have the Knight of Swords, so don't be surprised if this person wants to come towards you and bring you some answers, or bring you some form of communication that is maybe premature or not well thought out, or almost like, well, now I'm free, now I can, what? Boy, bye, kind of a thing. Or even girl, bye. I mean, are we really doing this kind of a thing? They want to communicate. Who is haunted by you and why? I feel like often they compare themselves to you. And at some point, they too felt like you were their twin. But they picked someone who was more of their caliber, somebody that they can control. And now, look at this. I can't take all that. And now they realize that that was a mistake. Pile number 3. Why is this person haunted by you? I'd like to know a little bit more as to why. 7 of Swords. Yeah, because you stand on high ground. You know really what's up. It's like there's no form of communication. It's like they're communicating after the fact that you already knew. They're communicating things that you know instead of bringing it beforehand. So you had informed knowledge, right? Informed consent. They did things behind your back. And I feel like there is great sorrow and regret about this. And what can one do about that? Nothing. We can only work with the moment that we have on hand. The past is gone. Pile number 3. What do we have for thee? The Fool. This person wants to take a chance on you, which is really interesting because it's almost like the dog is looking elsewhere. It's like, yo, maybe that time has come and gone. And I'm hearing the old me is dead and gone, right? So we have this big cliff here. Like if you take one little step, he can get wedged right in here in between a rock and a hard place, like immobility once again. But the dog is not looking out for the Fool, as it typically does in these tarot cards. So the Fool is willing to take a chance, but they're not watching before they leap. They're just kind of in a rush. I feel like, yeah, rushing, not methodical, not thinking things through once again. Almost like expecting you to be there because they placed you on pause. They think that you're still paused somehow. The King of Swords. Yeah, this person can act rashly. This person can act coldly. They could be seen as cold. Authority, command, objectivity, law and order, balanced judgment, sound advice, cynicism, intimidation. So I feel like this person definitely wants to come with communication, but it may be too late. Too late now that they're listening to the banana moon right here. So let's see how your reaction would be. Yeah, this person needs for you to be around for them to glow. They're not really in tune. They have a chance to follow their true north right now. And I feel like they're defaulting to their old behaviors by looking and chasing you. 3 of Pentacles once again, yeah. They need at all times to have someone in the wings and someone on their arm, like candy. It's almost like ridiculous. So I feel like you are just going to be listening to your inner self, and you're going to be cooperating with Spirit. I feel like your Spirit team will give you the correct answers when the time is right. And last card. Oh my goodness, stop it. The Lovers. There will be a choice to be made. There'll be a choice to be made, but pile number 3, I feel like the choice that you're going to make is you. I hear, I pick me. I pick me every time. Why? Because I have no choice. Like, I've had to pick me in order to really travel and navigate my true north. I feel like you are choosing your job, your true north, whatever gives you your mojo, your balance, your excitement, your dream. I feel like that's what you're going to be choosing. But don't be surprised if this mother lover comes back into your life and wants to maybe have another meeting with you or whatever. That's what I have. Much love to you. Let me know how this resonated. Until next time, namaste.